topic of writing task 2. So as we discussed before, we have different types, like, different something like agree, disagree, advantage, disadvantage. And so as I told you, we have different essays and writing task 2, different type of essays. So, and each one has a different technique, how to write them. And of course, we discussed some of them, and now we're going to talk about another important one that actually is discussion essay. So that is really important, and it's better to, because it's a common one, so it's better to learn how to write. So we choose a topic, we write our essay, and we learn how to write. Okay? Wow.
Yeah.
So let me share my screen. Okay. So we have, okay, so as I told you, it's discussion essay. So what is this? Tell me about this type of essay. Have you ever, I don't know, written, or have you ever read? Have you ever heard about it? Discussion essay. Have you ever heard?
Yes.
Yes. You know?
Yeah.
You know how to write it?
Yeah. Like discussions both view like that.
It's like
Discuss
we
both.
have two types. Yeah, we have two types of discussion essay. So let's talk about different types. We have two types, not only one. The first one, there will be two sides of the same thing. For example, homework is good for children. Homework is bad for children. So there will be two sides of the same thing, the same topic, the same thing. The second type of this essay is actually two different options, such as the government should focus on building, for example, I don't know, housing or on parks. So this is housing or on parks. So we have two different topics. So let me write the first one. So two types of discussion. The first one, as I told you, there will be two sides of the same thing, such as homework is good for children, or homework is bad. So the topic is the same, just good or bad. This is the first one. And the second one, as I told you, different. So number 2, there will be two different options, such as government should focus on building housing or on parks. Okay, so we want to talk about two different, okay, so this is about park or housing. Well, how to, first of all, let's talk about it. So we want to discuss both sides. Of course, we want to give our opinion, so that's really important, okay? And here, the discussion, as I told you, it's not more, I don't know, important than opinion, Okay, so actually that is really important, all parts of the instruction. So every part is important and we need to consider, okay? We need to identify both sides, okay? Well, and now, first of all, let's see what we want to do. Okay, first of all, we want to discuss, okay, we agree with the first one or the second one, so which one? And then, of course, we need to provide the examiner so with some information, some details, okay? Well, so again, we have paragraphs, introduction, main bodies, and the conclusion. That is really important in this type of essay. That is really important to state your opinion. So some candidates say that, okay, teacher, should we write 5 paragraphs, like, one introduction, 3 main bodies, and 1 conclusion, because we need to add first, the first side, second side, and our opinion. So do we need to have 3? No. If you want, it's okay, but that is really important. You need to add your opinion. But if you want, for example, I myself, I would prefer to add my opinion at the end of each paragraph. So 4 paragraphs is enough for me. But if you want, you can separate it. It's your choice, 4 or 5. No one says that, okay, definitely 4 or definitely 5. No, I would prefer 4. So, and I can add my opinion. So here, we have introduction, again, body paragraphs that, we have a topic sentence. Again, what is this paragraph about? That so that the examiner actually can get the main idea. So what you're talking about in this paragraph. So that's really important. And, it's really important to provide actually, I don't know, some essential points. If you want, you can give some examples. So that's really important. And of course, we have conclusion again, that you need to summarize all the main ideas you've given. So let's write, let me find a good topic, and then we can write about it. Well, let's talk about, okay, university, and, let's write, okay. I think this one can be a good one. Just let me find it. Okay, I think we have a good topic to discuss. So, completing university education is thought by some to be the best way to get a good job. On the other hand, okay, other people think that getting experience and developing soft skills like skills is more important. And now let's discuss both sides and give your opinion. So as I told you, this one is really important. So this is my question. This is my topic that I need to write about. I want to discuss, okay, both sides, education, experience. So I have 2 sides here that I need to discuss, and I need to add my opinion. So, actually, this essay, as I told you, 300 words, 280, 209. So The best, I think the ideal is 280 words. The best ideal. So I don't know, it's something like 30 is okay, 270 is okay, but not more. So actually, writing more doesn't mean that you will get a better, either advanced score. No, I think
Yeah.
you will, as I told you before, so 280 is really good. Well, first of all, we have introduction. Introduction, okay, so let's paraphrase. Okay, you help me. Can you give me an alternative paraphrase for this question? So how to paraphrase this?
Um,
First of all, let's underline keywords to help.
I think it's completing university education.
Okay, so is thought. Again, I want to use passive. So I say it's considered. I don't want to say it's thought again. So I say, let me change the color. Okay, so it is considered. Considered by who? By some people. By some. Okay, that what? So completing university education means being graduate. So graduated, right? So being,
Yeah.
so that
Graduated.
being a university graduate is the most important, the best way, is the key, okay, to what? To get. It guarantees your job. So I say to securing a good job. It's like it guarantees, so you will get. And we have another one. On the other hand, while, let's use a synonym. Okay, while there are, oh, what is this? There are others who think what? We want to talk about experience. That it is better to have experience and soft skills. Okay, learn. Now, don't forget about adding your opinion. So first of all, I paraphrased my question. Now it's time to not detail, just I wanna. So I believe in my opinion. So what do you think? So let me ask your opinion. So what do you think, Alex? Which one is more important?
Mm, well, for me, I think it's like experience and soft skill, but like having like a degree after university is also really important
Yeah,
because I know like now most of the company like requires that you have like the degree and certifications that prove that you are like got graduated. So I think both are important. So yeah.
perfect. Very good. So I do agree with you. So of course, for some, especially some specific jobs such as teaching, or as you said, some companies, they ask for example, your certificate. So that's really important to have it. So it's essential. Of course, skills is also important for some other types, maybe categories for business. So let's write. So I say in my, so in this type of essay, I write my opinion briefly. I explain it in introduction. So it's not only paraphrase. So I add, in my opinion, I believe that having university education is essential. For what? For, as we said, it's like academic jobs. I don't want to give detail here, just, I say academic. So while experience and soft skills are more useful in business. So this is my introduction. Now it's time to separate my information. So which one can come first, which one second paragraph. At the end of each paragraph, I add my opinion again. So let's write. Okay. First of all, okay, how to write it. So I want to divide it into two parts. Okay. So what is when I want to talk about education? Okay, I want to have two sides. So how to begin? On the one hand, on the other hand. So I can two opening here, so two beginning for my paragraphs. So first about the first one that I want to talk about education. So I say, on the one hand, one side, okay? Many people, so again, I use exactly, the information and something that I typed just now. Okay, and of course the question, think, and here you don't need to again paraphrase because you already paraphrase it. So if you repeat some words, it's okay. If you use them again, it's okay. Some people think that, finding a good job is easier if they have, I want to talk about education, if they have a graduate degree. Now I want to explain, so why they think this way. Because because, as, so the different words that you can use. Because having, I don't want to repeat again, university education. So I say, so tertiary education puts people one step ahead of others. What it means. So let me, okay. So I think so tertiary, again, that after high school, when you go to college, university, it means tertiary. So I don't want to repeat it university. So I say tertiary. So and it's like, yeah, because yeah, you are different when you start in university, when you are graduated, of course you are different from someone who didn't. So you are one step ahead of the other people who don't have. So here, this is the first one. And now, as you said, for many companies, employers. So for, I want to write what you said. For many employers, this can be the deciding factor between people who apply for a job applicants, people who apply. Okay, so this is, as you said, and I do agree. Now, let's see if we want to add something else. So, as I mentioned something, for specific jobs, such as being a doctor, teacher, you have to. It's not your choice. You have to study. You have to actually be graduated. So I want to add this one. I say, furthermore, in addition, furthermore, a certain level of university education is needed, is required for example, I don't know, is required for particular jobs, such as, I want to give example, being a doctor or teacher. So this one. Now, okay, this is my paragraph. As I told you, you can add your opinion later, but I don't like it because I discussed this part. Now I want to add my opinion about this part. So I say, for this reason, because of this, I believe that in the case of jobs that require academic knowledge, having tertiary university education is the key to success. This is my opinion, and that's it. This is my first paragraph. Well, and now, okay, we want to talk about the second paragraph. So this is the first one and it's done. Okay, I have another side that is experience. Okay, you help me. You tell me your opinion, so how to write using question and my paraphrase. So tell me how to write the second one.
Um, so soft skill and experience are most useful in business when they require more skillful, like in many jobs, like barista, or just like I don't know, food locations. So skill are more required than the education's certifications because most of the time you need to work based on your experience, how to focus on your customer and the way that you gonna, you know, react into the situation that were in. So soft skill and experience was more useful in that type of jobs and like environment that you are in.
Of course. So first of all, let's talk about soft skills. So what are soft, because we can use this. Soft skills are non-technical skills. They are not technical. Non-technical skills, such as actually jobs that you work and interact with people. So they're soft skills. So if you're a receptionist, if you're assistant, there is no technique here actually. So you work and you interact with people. So non-technical skills that describe how you work and interact with people. So this is about the meaning of soft skill. So it's not, you know, this we have hard skill and soft skills. Okay, so you do for hard skills, you need to learn, I don't know, for example, in a course, you need to take a course. But you need soft skills, no, experience talks first. So you do everything based on your experience. You build everything based on your experience. So this is about soft skill. Okay, now we want to write, well, on the one hand, I need a beginning to make contrast. On the other hand, having work experience and again soft skills. Now I want to give an example. So what is soft, such as, like, you know, for academic jobs, I gave examples like teaching, being doctor. Now, such as what? Leadership. You know that leadership skills, that is really important to be experienced. And of course, other interpersonal skills. Oh, what is interpersonal? So first of all, let's talk about the meaning of this word. What is interpersonal? Actually, this is, you know, something like the way that you interact with others effectively. Okay, so when you actually have some interpersonal skills, you are able, you behave in a way, you have some tactics that you can use to interact with people, with others effectively. So this is the meaning of interpersonal. Okay, so you are interactive. You can easily can interact with people. So we need it. Okay, and now okay, now I have examples. So I said, on the other hand, having work experience and soft skills, such as this and this, okay? Now, what is this? They can also, okay? Maybe it's like be in favor of job applicants, like people like. So they can be in favor. Well, okay, can also be in favor of job applicants. So this is another one, someone who apply for a job, as I told you. It's like, for example, we say job applicants. Well, and now how I want to explain it. For example, someone who applies for, I don't know, like applying for management position. Having experience is really important. How to manage team. So I want to write it here. So I want to say that, for example, yeah, this one I think is really good. Oh, let me write. What is that? Okay. And for someone, for example, as I told you, you can do some examples. For someone who is applying for what? For management. Position. For a management position. Having experience of how to manage a team, in addition to, as well as strong, as I mentioned, interpersonal skills. Interpersonal skills. So it's really important, both of them. And why interpersonal skills to why we need it to support and to direct staff, people who work. So it's really important. Well, so experience and soft skills are really important. Having experience of how to manage a team as well as strong interpersonal, so it's really crucial, are critical, are important, really important. Well, now let's talk. I mentioned business, so let's add it. Business is also an area of work where experience puts a person ahead of others of the competition, because it's like a competition, so that what happened in a way that university education could not. Here, no, it doesn't work. Now, again, okay, I discussed. This is my second. I want to add, again, my opinion. So for this reason, I also believe that soft skills, that I mentioned, do have, I use do because I want to emphasize, do have a relevant place in the workplace. They're also important. Oh, what happened here? Okay, let's, okay, for this reason, what happened? This. For this reason, I also believe that such skills, okay, do have a relevance. So this is my second paragraph. Okay. So I discussed both sides and I gave my opinion, what I think, why I say this is good, why I say this. So this is the way that I wrote. And now it's your turn. I want you write according. So now you have my main idea. I want you to write a conclusion, a good conclusion for this essay. Okay, so you have time, think of it, and then type it. Alex, while you're writing, may I ask you 1 minute to drink water?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, let's see. In conclusion, it depends on what kind of job you're looking for to get a great job. Okay, so to get a great job is extra because you mentioned you already. So it
Oh
depends on
yeah.
what kind of job you're looking for. Stop, okay. Either university education or soft skills and experience. Okay, so either or both, no, because you said either. Either means both. Either or. So both is extra here, are important. So both should be omitted. If you want to, want is not good. You know that we don't say want. This is IELTS, so we don't use words like so informal and so basic. So want is not. If you want to do jobs that require, so for particular jobs that require qualifications, a lot new. Qualification in university education will give you, will provide you with, will give you, no, will provide you with a good, with some advantages. Good, no, because advantage, of course, means good point. So we don't say good advantage. So just some will provide you with or provides you, I would prefer here, I would prefer present simple. So provide you with some advantages. And if you want, and for some other kind or categories that requires communication or interpersonal values, really, so interaction is really good, communication is good, soft skills and experience will be advantages. Advantages will be useful advantages. So this way you can write it. I like what you, of course you need to change it. So of course you need to change some words. First of all, we don't use won't. So you know that if you want is not good, it's too informal to be used in writing. So, but totally, I like the way that you wrote. It's like, you know, something like, I like the method that you followed my main ideas. That was really good. Main point keyword, that was really good. But you know, you need to change something. First of all, either or either, both of them are right. So you, which one, which pronunciation you would prefer is correct. So either or either, and or, we don't say both because it means it already meant both, so we don't use. And you know, as I told you here, you need to just, you know, a little change, but totally is really good. Well, uh,
Yeah.
I will correct it and send it again for you, just, you know, because now we don't have time, so I don't want to type it again, but you know, later I will do it for you. And now, so unit in conclusion is really good. So of course we begin our conclusion with in conclusion. So totally, in conclusion, getting a good job requires a relevant background, either in experience or education, depending, as you said, depending on the type of work and field. Just this. Some positions requires an academic background, while others actually benefits more from experience. So that's it. This is the way. So for example, we can write this way. Let me write the conclusion and finish it. So we can say, in conclusion, okay, as you said, getting a good job, if you want to have, no, getting a good job requires a relevant, a proper relevant background. So it can be background either in experience, either or education, as you said, depending on the type of work and the field of it, the category, the field of it. So it's like, and field. So this is some positions, some jobs require an academic background, whilst on the other hand, others require need benefit from experience. And of course, skills. And that's it. That's it. And done. Of course, I liked the way that you wrote your conclusion. So you can also use yours. That was correct. That was good. Okay, and now let's learn some linking words, Alex, because they are really important. So you know that, for example, when you want to give example, you say for example, but there are different alternatives that you need. So let's talk about a few of them. For example, when you want a list, you know that first, second, third, you know this. Okay, so normally we say firstly, secondly, but I want to add better alternatives. Firstly, secondly, good. So first of all, let's talk about linking words. Okay, so for listing, making a list. So as you know, firstly, secondly, the firstly, secondly, so it's okay, but I want to add another one. I say another point to consider. And I can add another point. So this is another alternative. Or you can also say a synonym, a paraphrase, that is a further consideration. Another point again, a further consideration. And another issue, again, another issue. So you can use it. The last, so for example, if you want to add, for example, lastly, or finally, eventually, so all them, okay? Last but not least, last but not least. So finally, eventually, lastly, so all of them are usable to least. So this is the first one. If you want to add information, Alex, do you know any word that you normally use when you want to add information?
Moreover.
Of course, moreover, and
I don't know, furthermore, something like that.
furthermore, perfect, furthermore, moreover, and in addition, right?
Yeah.
And as well as, so all of them can be used as well. Just, you know, I want to add to, first of all, as well as, so again means and, so, and you have another one, you know, not only but also can be used. Not only but also, because you normally add something, not only this but also that, so you normally add something so you can use it. Okay, now let me ask you, for example, for giving example, so what phrases, what linking words or phrases you can use?
I don't know, for example.
Definitely yes. The most common is for example, of course, yes. So of course, and for instance, for example, one clear example is, so
Oh.
examples. So for example, the most common, one clear example is what? For instance, you know, we normally use it instead of for example, so we can say, for instance, this one is usable. Another one, such as, you know. And I want to actually give you another one that is to illustrate. To illustrate can be used, for example, or in other words again. So, I'm sorry. Okay, in other words. So this is another one. And we have namely. You know the meaning of namely? Specifically. Namely means specifically to say that is. So you can use it to give an example. When you want to give more details, to be more exact, so you can use namely, okay? For example, I want to say we need to get more teachers into the classrooms when they are, I don't know, needed. Namely, specifically in high, for example, poverty areas. For example, I want to add something, so I want to add an example to say specifically, so you can use namely, that means specifically. This one, and well, let's see what else. Okay, now we want to, okay, we're giving example. So for results, consequences. So what can we use? The first one, as a result, you know that. And especially for solution, you know, problem solution essay, you have to use these linking words to give some results, consequences, as a result, and we have consequently, right? Means finally, as a result, consequently, therefore, so, thus, all of them, right?
Yeah.
Of course, they're different. So therefore, so, thus, for this reason, I just use it for this reason because I wanted to actually something like talk about consequence, so the result of something. For this reason, I agree with this. For example, I like this so. And then we have another one. This one is new. Hence. Hence means for this reason. Means therefore. You can use it. So hence and just this for this reason, and I think just this. Well, so we use them to give results and consequences. And of course, we have other linking words that I will give you. You need to know them. For each essay, you need to use them. And not one. Why I give you different alternatives? Because you know, Alex, we can't repeat one word again and again. We need to use different alternatives. So we need to have more than two. Okay, so let's skip this topic. So we discussed it in detail. Just, do you have any questions related to this type of essay, Alex?
No.
Okay, so that's it. Well, uh, just this, and have a great time. And don't forget about starting, and I will correct your conclusion, and I will send it for you. And just this, have a great time. And you will let me know just 1 hour or 2 hours before, okay? So before you join the class, if you are not going to join,
Yeah.
so just let me know. Thank you so much, and have a great night. Thank you,
Yeah.
Alex. It was
Thank
really good time
you.
with you. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye.